Okay, here we go. All right, so Rachel Kornak, okay? All right. Standing, here we go. So she is an explorer, a seeker, an around-the-corner peeker. I did not write this.
Me either.
That is a little peculiar. Okay, she divides her time between several passion projects. She helps newbies begin fulfilling lifestyle businesses with their company Zesty World, helps beginners generate ideas for businesses through children's games and art projects in her book Doodle My Dream. She helps techie peeps find jobs with their online school GeoPivot. God, you're busy. Yeah, there you go. And is currently writing a memoir called, and I love this one, Fuck My Stuff. Right. And I guess you could say that in so many different ways, right? You know, fuck my stuff or fuck my stuff. And, you know, I guess I guess we got to hear about that at the end. All right. So her talk is Hustling Sucks. So let's give a really big welcome to Rachel.
Hey everybody, I'm Rachel. I'm going to start with a quick survey. Who here has been in Bali for less than 3 months? Raise your hand. Oh, perfect. What about like 6 months? More than a year? Okay, cool. So this is a picture of me, August 2015. I look really happy here because it's my last day of work. This is the first picture in a long time that had a real smile. I was looking back at some of my pictures when I lived in Los Angeles. I thought I was so happy. And when I looked at the pictures, I realized I was really lying to myself and to everybody around me. Fast forward a little bit later, I end up in Bali. And as many of you are probably experiencing, I was just on fire with energy. Has anyone else experienced that? You come here and it's like, wow! Did you see the latte picture in my latte? It's a monkey. You know, like everything is just incredible, right? So you can see this is like my smile here. It's not just a normal one. I have to be like, yeah, smile. Anyway, things were going great. Next slide. I started in a program called Tribe Wanted, which you've not heard of it. It is like an accelerator program for small businesses, lifestyle businesses, where you get to work on an idea that you love. So, because I'm an overachiever, I immediately came up with an idea I loved. It was the best idea I could ever dream of. Go ahead. My idea was, and by the way, I came up with this meditating, overlooking a rice paddy. It like came to me in this vision, and I was like, I'm certain this is my future. Well, it wasn't. That's kind of the long story short. Anyway, what this business was because I was so happy in Bali, and I finally felt like I had come alive here. You know, I'd spent 33 years mostly dead and walking around, and I finally felt like, wow, I found my life here. And the way that I did that was by spending time with other people who were living their dream lives. And I thought, wow, what if I could spread this around the world? What if I could have other people spend time with people living their dream lives, and they could still fit it into their busy schedule? So I came up with this idea, like Airbnb, but instead of renting someone's house, you got to tag along with them for a week in their real life. So you could spend a week with, say, a French chef, or you could spend a week living on a yacht in the Maldives. Okay, next slide. So I quickly found a business partner / lover / best friend / big mistake. As you can see how close our legs together in our matching pants, it was getting a little close there. Well, we spent a lot of time in our business, only doing fun things, you know, because in my new perfect life, I would only do fun things. So, you know, we did our business plan, which was like a coloring book diagram. We only did business planning while we were in the infinity pool. I mean, we only wore crazy pants. It was like, oh my God, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. Ah! And it was amazing. Honestly, it was like the best time that I ever felt in my life. Like, it was like the defining moment of my existence. You know, everything that I had worked up to until this point in life came together for me. And I was like, wow, Like, my business is working, my travel life is working, my friends are working, I have a man that I want to be with, and I get to live in Bali. Like, I achieved the perfect life. This is what everybody wants, right? Well, I had it for a moment in time. And then I started realizing we were spending a lot of time on our computers. It wasn't actually that great. You know, it's hard to type a business plan in crayon. So, you know, we spent a lot of time on our laptops researching this and that and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, it seemed like we probably shouldn't go get a coffee because we should probably talk about our marketing plan more and on and on and on. And we ended up working like 1,000,000 hours a day, all the time. So even if I was in an infinity pool, I had to be talking about our logo. You know, I couldn't actually just relax. And I think that the hole started to come into this business where we realized, you know, we had just recreated our own hell. This is exactly the life that I had before, except now I live in Bali, right? Okay, next slide. Well, boom, okay? The reason I picked a picture with multiple fireworks is because everything came crashing down at the same time. So, this guy, you know, everybody told me, don't start a business with somebody you're sleeping with. And I'm like, yeah. Oh, it's gonna work for me. Well, it didn't. Not only did it not work for me, it crushed me in a way that a failing business won't do. So to have your business crash, and to have your relationship crash, and have your friend crash, and have everything crash in the same spectacular moment wasn't so spectacular anymore. So, you know, I wanted to be successful. I almost jumped off the bridge by the temple one night. I just felt like, you know, what's the point of life? If you can have that life and you've achieved everything and it's all bullshit, what's the point? Where do you go from there? Was not a good time for me. Slide. So I did basically the opposite of what everyone here is most likely doing. I did nothing. I did nothing for 8 months. I ate a lot of nasi goreng. I drank a lot of bintang. I didn't do shit for a long time. And everyone's like, oh my God, you know, how's your business going? And I'm like, yeah, fuck my business. Fuck all this, I don't care. I'm just gonna do nothing. Actually, I like doing nothing. And so I did nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing and nothing. While I watched people around me, you know, optimizing their pipelines and whatever the hell else they were doing. The next slide. Ironically, in my time of nothing, what happened is I created a lot of different things. But they were very slow, very unintentional. They just kind of came to me. And when anyone asked me, what are you doing? I would say nothing. And everyone would stop and be like, nothing. I'm like, that's right, I'm doing nothing. But actually in my time of nothing, I was able to be creative, and I was able to listen to myself, and I was able to take the time to make the ideas that my heart wanted to do. And, next slide. I was making this presentation, and I was gonna do a screenshot of Airbnb. And I realized, November 2016, they launched Experiences, which is essentially my idea that I was building. So, good thing I didn't spend the last year and a half building this thing and then compete with Airbnb, right? Next slide. So my question to you is, if you don't give a shit what people think of you, and you're okay saying that you're doing nothing, what kind of amazing things can you create?
Okay, so do we have any questions for Rachel?
So are you still doing nothing?
Yes.
No, you're not.
Actually, I'm doing a lot of things. I'm doing all the things on that slide, but it feels like nothing because I don't have any deadlines. I'm not doing anything anyone says. I don't have a schedule. I don't have any outcomes. I don't care. I don't care if you think I look successful anymore. I just don't care. And because I don't care, it's like I actually like what I do now. Yeah.
Do you feel like you've gotten the achiever out of your system?
I feel like I finally kicked her ass, yes. Yeah, I was just born in like an overachieving kind of place. I went to Ivy League schools and I was always around competitive people and I worked for the best this and da 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 da. And then I just realized no one cares about that, actually.
Any more questions?
Yeah.
Are any of the nothing things you're doing, did any of it come out of the pain?
It's interesting. The question was, are any of the nothings that I'm doing, did they come out of the pain? Yes, I'm writing a book. It's called Fuck My Stuff. And it's a story of coming here and never leaving. And I left all my stuff in LA. It's a very hard story to tell because it's a story of my ascent into greatness and then several falls where literally I've almost killed myself, I think, 3 times since I've been in Bali. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but the highs here are incredible and the lows here are incredible. So, if you're feeling that way, don't be afraid to talk about it because I think we all kind of feel the same way. Yeah.
Have you ever spoke to someone about your suicidal attempts?
I talk to friends, I put things on Facebook. I get talks about it to hundreds of people. But no, I didn't do anything that you were supposed to do. I didn't call a hotline or anything. No.
All right, well, let's thank Rachel for her talk. Thank you. That's not easy to stand up in front of people and talk about things like that.